What is up, guys? Knuckles here today, and we're here with a special video. As of the date I record this, which is April 16th, yesterday, April 15th, a major fire broke out at, I guess he's dead, eh? Let's get Lou. A major fire broke out at Notre Cathedral, which, for those who don't know, was an 850-year-old church that stood basically right in the heart of Paris. And I thought, why not come take a look at it, what it looked like during the Revolutionary War, and see what it looked like. I actually saw an article about this that gave me the idea of this video to check it out. And I believe this is it here. I saw an article saying people are going to use Assassin's Creed to check this, to, you know, see how the building looked, to restore it. I know some billionaires have, just right, I have to cut this here. Oh boy, okay. Let's see if I remember how to do this. I haven't played this game since 2017. So it's been a while. But I did finish the game, actually. And there we go. It's not that good. Mechanics weren't that good in this one. It was a bit of a rushed game. Anyways. I know not the most appropriate thing to do right here. But still, I thought we could check it out. So we're actually going to start off... Whoops. Let me check if I'm on the right place. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's definitely it. So we're actually just going to run up a couple buildings here and take a look at it. So for those who don't know, I'm actually a bit of a history buff. I do enjoy historical buildings. I've only been to Europe twice, and both times I was in England, but I would like to visit other parts of Europe. Wait, is that it there? No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. So you get to see how large this building is in general. And I'll run back a bit more, get a better look. Yeah, it's just huge. It's a huge building. So we'll run over. I guess we could start with the inside to see what it looks like, then we'll do the outside. I'll run this free running. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful area. It appears the church. I'm 90% sure this is it. I don't know why I keep thinking it's not it. For some reason. Because, yeah, it is it. It is it. I don't know why I keep telling myself it's not. It is Notre Dame. I saw the pictures also yesterday. I saw it on the news just as it was happening. And I just could not believe my eyes. You know, how sad it was, this whole thing, you know? I really don't want to kill people in this church right now. You know, I might replay this game now to think of it, but I was saying, yeah. So anyways, I remember seeing pictures of these actually. These are apparently all hand carved. I can't remember what year exactly. But I'm in a strict area. So I'll show you guys what part of the roof burnt down in a minute here. But you could see this is where one of the photos is taken. I'm guessing it's a bit different now. I'm not entirely sure because I've never been myself. Now I probably won't be able to. I'll never be able to see it the way it was, which is a very sad thing. I've always wanted to go to Paris. I have had family in Paris before, and I'd planned to go visit them before they moved back to my hometown. But unfortunately, that's never the case. So, I wonder who that is. This is very French, the blue here. This is all very French. So anyways, yeah, I never got a chance to go see it. But I am part French, actually. I can't remember exactly how much. And, you know, it's just very sad to see such a huge thing of history go away, you know. 850 years old. It survived a revolution, like it is in this game right now. It survived 2 world wars, the occupation of France by the Nazis. It, you know, and just countless other things it survived. You know, plagues. No, I'm not sure how much of the 100 Years' War was. Pretty sure that part of it was in France, so. And I think we can go up here. Yeah. We can get a better idea of what it looks like. And yeah, like I said, Le Petit Left. I can't read that cursive. Liberty or war? I can't read that cursive at all. Huh. I can read French perfectly. I just can't read that cursive. But yeah, this is the inside of the church. For the most part, I'm not entirely sure how accurate it is. Usually, the Ubisoft team's not terribly far off with a lot of this stuff. I know a lot of the time their teams go to the locations. Ubisoft is actually based in France, their actual headquarters, even though a majority of the Assassin's Creed games are made in Montreal. Except for their last two. Ubisoft Quebec had a big part in the last two. So anyways, let's climb up here. It's so weird. You would never see somebody scaling this in real life today, but who knows back then, right? I mean, they saw your face. That's it. Someone saw your face. Doesn't mean you're caught on camera or anything. I do know some important relics were saved, too, and they managed to save the structure of the building. These 2 towers, the one I'm climbing up right now, which is the North. I know one's called the North Tower, one's called the South Tower. I'm not exactly sure which one I'm climbing up right now. But, alright. Come on. Up, up, up. I can't remember how to climb this exactly. Like I said, I haven't played this game in about 2 years. So, here we go. I think we can go through here. Can I not? There we go. Okay, so actually here, this is perfect. Here. So the tower survived. What I'm about to show you is what burnt down. So this whole roof area here is gone. The whole roof here is gone. This steeple, which is apparently 90 meters tall, which is, you know, I'm not sure exactly in feet. But, you know what, let's ask Google. Hey, Google, what's 90 meters in feet?
90 meters equal 295 feet, 3.307 inches.
So 295 feet, almost 300 feet. I actually saw this fall while watching TV, and I just couldn't believe it, you know. I knew the one that was up yesterday until it burnt down was actually not the original. Apparently the original one had actually had fallen over due to wind, and then they rebuilt it. I'm not entirely sure, but you know, regardless, it was still fairly tall, and this is actually right in the heart of Paris. I'm not sure if they actually have it in this game, if it was a thing in this game yet, but they had this little this little thing in the ground. I can't remember the name of it now, and it says the center of Paris, and that's where, like, that's how they measured the size of the city or something like that. And wow, you can see what a beautiful landscape. What a beautiful city this is. So yeah, this is the cathedral. All this roof is gone. It started right around the steeple where I'm standing now, I mean, it just kept burning. There is an additional. No, it's like that. I think there was an additional dome in the back area here. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, it took 400 firefighters. One was actually critically injured, from what I understand. And you know, I think they had to evacuate the entire island that the church sits on, and the sheer size of it made it so hard for the firefighters to fight it, which really is a shame. At the end of the day, you know, it's such a big piece of history for the city of Paris, for France, for Catholicism too. I know it's a busy week this week, as I'm recording this, because Easter is just 5 days away. So generally, it's Holy Week, which is generally a very, very busy week for any church in the Christian world, unless you're Orthodox, and I believe it's a week later. But yeah, it's really shameful to see this building burn down. Apparently, those renovations, the initial thoughts that what caused the fire, they're not entirely sure. Some people were saying, I heard some people say they think it's arson. I really have no idea. I mean, when there's buildings these ages, right? The wood that was used for it was about from the 8th and 9th century. It's actually called, so it was a Kindle box, basically, I think. Oh, see, that was some of the weird glitches in this game that maybe did not like it. So apparently it's called the forest because it used 13,000 trees, I heard somewhere. You know, there's other stories like Victor Hugo's Hunchback of Notre Dame, which was turned into a movie. It was originally a novel, turned into a movie. You know, the Disney adaptation as well. Can I run up this? No. Can I not run up these towers? I was so convinced you can run up these towers. Maybe not. Huh. Interesting. Well, nonetheless, that is how it is now, unfortunately. They managed to save these two towers, like I said, though. Unfortunately, the spire had collapsed. And, you know, they have France, the president of France, Macron, pledged to restore the building and fix it to what former glory. But mind you, this is a project that's gonna cost God knows how much. It's also gonna take, you know, not a couple years and a couple months. It might take a couple decades, you know, to rebuild, because the original building took 200 years, or almost 200 years. So I really don't know how long this would take. Men started building this church knowing they would never live to see it complete. You know? And who knows, maybe there's a couple of men now that will start this project and never live to see it complete. Which is weird to think about, but it's very possible. So I hope the best for the people of France and for the people of this beautiful landmark church. You know, I understand that the travesty. Words could only put how you guys feel so much. There's so many emotions that you guys are probably running through right now. You know, it's especially, you know, even if somebody who doesn't attend and just walks by it every day, it's a big difference. You know, you're used to seeing it. You know, these buildings have effects on people just outside of religion too. You know, for architects, you know, and for many people, it affects them in so many ways, and you know, it's a real shame. Like I said, I'm lost for words on this. You know, I wish there was something that I wish it could have been saved. I mean, obviously those firefighters did their damn best. You know, it's just see, you know, and also it's interesting to see this the game like this in the Revolution. I don't know how exactly accurate it is, but it's just to show you, you know, this is a French Revolution. Napoleon was crowned emperor here, you know, of France in this church. So it's interesting to see now that it isn't it's gone. You know, there was the crown of thorns, which was believed to have been worn by Jesus Christ upon his death, I believe. You know, especially an item like that is so significant during the Holy Week. As for those who don't know, Easter is the time of year where it's celebrated of Christ's death and resurrection. So, just see, you know, to see that saved at least, you know, gives a glimmer of hope. But we know what was saved, but I don't know still, at least myself, what hasn't been saved. And there's no doubt in my mind that not everything could have been saved. You know, it's just near impossible to save all of this, especially, you know, when the fire was burning so fast. It seemed like, because the roof came down in a few hours. You know, almost 900 years, 850 years of history, you know, gone in a few hours is hard to comprehend a bit at the same time. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're reaching almost 4K. So I want to do a Q&A for 4K subs, because why not? So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you guys have any thoughts or prayers or anything for the people of Paris in the Notre Dame Cathedral, you could leave those there too. I'll probably pin one of them. This out of respect for the whole situation. You know, some people are going to say I might be taking light of this. I'm really not, by making a video of this. I wanted to make this video to recognize the tragedy itself. You know, it's one of those events that you're going to remember where you were when it happened. You know, when this is fixed, it will. I'll remember where I was when it fell. Have a good day, guys, and don't forget.